प्रसन्नवदनं ध्याये सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ वां मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविर्भावेमहेहि वेदस्य महानीस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रभासि अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि धृतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। बाल्यादिष्वपि जागृतादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः स्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः।
Vedanta Mimamsa, Brahma Mimamsa is fruitful. Why? Prayojana is there. It has got a result. So why so? Because though knowledge is incapable of destroying real bondage, bondage being false, adhyasta, knowledge is certainly capable of destroying the false bondage. Just as the wrong notion that this is a snake is dispelled by the knowledge that this is a rope. Suppose if there is actually a snake and you had listened to Vedanta and, and what you say, oh, this is a rope, this is a rope. So you may play with that, but others have to be careful there. You can't say only because you are saying this is a rope is not going to be a rope. It is only a snake. So therefore, so bondage in terms of kartrutva, bhoktrutva is false, and therefore knowledge certainly destroys the bandha. So prayojana is there. Bhujivat. You know what is the example? Bhujivat, like eating the food. When you eat the food, when does the result come? Appeasement of hunger is what? Then and there. So also Atma Sakshatkara means then and there the freedom from samsara is there. Some, of course, some problems are there because the habit of Deha Tadatmya being so deeply rooted in our psyche. So more and more nididhyasana and practice of the absorption of the mind in Swarupa is necessary. That little distinction is there. But that's why the example is Bhujivat. Not that you got, Shruti says you are Atma Swarupa, you are Brahma Swarupa, but moment by moment I know what I am. After death you will become Atma. It is not that way, which will be discussed in detail after. Now, The prayojana is fruit. What is the vishaya of that? Vishaya is Jiva Brahma Aikya. This very same adhyasa is going to prove that the Brahma Mimamsa, Vedanta Mimamsa has got the Vishaya of Jiva Brahma Aikya. So how is it? See, look, if the knowledge of Brahma destroys the ignorance of the Jiva, Brahma about the Jiva, the Swarupa of Jiva and Brahma must be one and the same. So that is why the rule is Anyajnanad Anyatra Brahma Nivrittehi Brahmasya Anivrittehi. Anyajnana, by the knowledge of a given thing, Brahma, erroneous ascertainment, delusion of something else cannot be dispelled, cannot be removed. So therefore the deduces now Jivaha Brahma Bhinnaha. Jiva is Brahma Bhinnaha, Brahmana Abhinnaha. Abhinna is identical. He is identical with Brahma. How do you say so? Tadjnana nivartyadhyasashrayatva. Tadjnana tasya brahmanaha jnanena, by the knowledge of that Brahma, nivartya, that which is fit to be destroyed. So what is that nivartya? Adhyasa. So adhyasasya ashrayatva, being the ashraya, the locus, receptacle of adhyasa, which is destroyed by the knowledge of Brahma. See, Brahma Jnana destroys the Brahma, that is adhyasa. What is the locus of adhyasa? Jiva. So therefore Jiva, the receptacle, the very, this ashraya, the basis of the this Brahma is identical with the Brahma, because the one whose knowledge destroys the delusion or the erroneous knowledge about something, that something is the basis of the delusion, and that something which is the basis of delusion is identical with the thing by whose knowledge it goes. So therefore it like this. Now he says tadjnana means tasya brahmanaha jnanena nivartya, the one that is fit to be destroyed. What is it? Adhyasasya ashrayatva, being the basis or the ashraya, locus of this adhyasa, which goes by the Brahma jnana. He deduces that yaditham tat tatha. Yaditham means the locus of the Brahma. Locus of the Brahma is identical with the thing by whose knowledge the Brahma goes. See, for example, every Brahma has got a locus or not?
Yes.
You mistake a rope for a snake. The snake is a Brahma, delusion, adhyasa. See, you get rid of the fright of this adhyasa. Adhyasa means erroneous ascertainment, erroneous knowledge. Brahma, delusion. So Bhranti, these are all the synonyms for the adhyasa. Because English no adhyasa, superimposition, that we can say. So this was at times the word superimposition has to be used, but it means other things, synonyms also. Yaditham means that which is the cause of Brahma nivritti. Yad itham. Itham means in this manner. Whatever that is, so. So means which is the cause of Brahma nivritti, that which removes the delusion, adhyasa. Tat tatha means that is identical with the locus of the Brahma. It is identical. Abhinna with the locus of the Brahma. So that means, it means like this. The locus of Brahma, you can, because little, ticklish thing it is. The locus of the Brahma is identical with the thing by whose knowledge the Brahma goes. You can think over it afterwards. You can note it down. You can think over it at leisure. The locus of the Brahma is identical with the thing by whose knowledge the Brahma goes. It will be clear with the illustration he is going to give. He says, Yatha, just as Shuktya idamaushaha iti. Shuktya idamaushaha. Shukti is, example is Shukti Rajata. Shukti is shell. Rajata is the silver. A shell, seashell is mistaken for the silver. Now, when you say this is silver, that this belongs to what? This, that existence hardware. This belongs to silver or the shell? Shell. Huh? It belongs to the shell. So therefore this is silver, this Brahma Ashraya is what? Locus is what? No. This. Because look here, still you have not discovered the shell. What you are seeing is only silver. You know this Shukti Rajata, they give example. They say the person suffering from cataract now, when they see the glittering thing, they are bound to mistake. Why? When the ophthalmologist put the dilator in the eye, afterwards, what happens? Everything looks very bright. Other day I had to go to an ophthalmologist, and when I returned, tube lights are so bright. I said, what has happened today? So next day the result goes. So what has happened? Some defect in the eye. So therefore they say that person suffering from cataract, when this is, a shell is in the sunshine, it glitters. Is apt to mistake as a silver. Don't think they are simply giving examples like that only. So even Dvichandra is because of cataract fellow only. In olden days, whenever I used to go to the means doctors, the villagers used to come. Kitna hai? I said, are they so illiterate that they don't know? Afterwards I saw, they are verifying whether the cataract is there or not. Anyway, so they will say, Yatha Shuktya bhinnaha idamaushaha. Idamausha, this aspect is Shuktyansha, is a portion or aspect of the Shukti, means the shell. So therefore, you say, now what does it mean? This aspect belongs to who? Shell. It is the locus of the Brahma, that this is the silver. And this Brahma goes by what? By knowledge of shell. So therefore what happens? Shell. That means the Idamausha is identical with the shell. Idamausha is identical with shell. So therefore what is that? The locus of Brahma, that is what? Idamausha of shell is basis for the Rajata Brahma. So Rajata Brahma. This goes by the knowledge of the shell, and therefore what happens? Idamausha of the shell is identical with the shell by whose knowledge the Brahma, that it is silver, goes. Iti, because of this reason, Vishaya Siddhi Hetuhu Adhyasaha. Vishaya Siddhehe Shashti Tatpurusha. Vishaya Siddhehe Hetuhu Adhyasaha. The Adhyasa is the Hetu, the means for proving the Vishaya. What is Vishaya? Jiva Brahma Aikya. So therefore what is proved now? Vishaya and Prayojana of Brahma Mimamsa is proved. Therefore what is the result? Stay order goes now. What are the stay order? It is useless to start Brahma Mimamsa. Why? There is no Prayojana, there is no Vishaya. And he had given prima facie evidences also as such. So that is now answered, and therefore Brahma Mimamsa has to be started. It is fruitful, it has got valid subject. Iti evam Vishaya Prayojanavatvat. Because with Brahma Mimamsa, Vedanta Mimamsa is Vatva, means endowed with, because it is endowed with Vishayas, valid subject, and Prayojana, result. Shastram Arambaniyam iti. Shastra should be what? Which Shastra? Vedanta Shastra should be started, should be begun. Now here, what the Purva Paksha has to say and what Siddhanta, it clarifies further. Atra means when it is established that Vedanta Shastra has to be started, it has got Vishaya and Prayojana. They say, Purva Pakshe, what does the Purva Paksha or contrary proposition says? Bandhasya Satyatvena. Bandha, bondage, being real, he says, Jnanad Anivritti. We have seen this. It cannot be removed by the Jnana. So therefore, what is it? You should do something. Because you want moksha, no? Because your Jnana will not give the moksha. So therefore, do something like karma or upasana so that you will amass punya and will gain the moksha. This person doesn't know what moksha is. It is not like gaining some heavens, etc. That no. But the concept of the Purva Paksha is, see, look, bondage being real, Jnana cannot remove it, and therefore it says, Jnanad Anivritti upayantara sadhya mukti iti phalam. Mukti is sadhya, is to be accomplished by upayantara. What is upayantara? By some other means. What is that other means? Other means other than jnana. It can be karma, it can be upasana, or synthesis, combination of both. This is Purva Paksha, this is not the Siddhanta. Then what Siddhanta says? Siddhante, in the doctrine of Vedanta, Jnana Deva Mukti Hiti. Moksha is by knowledge, Atma Jnana alone, Brahma Jnana alone. Why? You know the reason now. What is the reason? Bondage is false, it is not real. So therefore, Jnana Deva Mukti iti Vivekaha. This Viveka means distinction. This is the distinction between Purva Paksha and the Siddhanta. Now says, Bhashyakara is starting Sutra Bhashya. He has kept all this in mind. He has not simply started Adhyas Bhasha. Iti sarvam manasi nidhaya. All these having kept in the mind. You see, even an ordinary letter, if you want to write, what you have to do? You have to think what you are going to write. Suppose some article you have to write, etc. So like that, some book you have to write, you have to think. So therefore now he is going to comment on Brahmasutra. Having kept all this in mind, Brahmasutrani Vyakhyatu Kamaha, the one who is desirous of commenting on Brahma Sutras, Vyakhyatu Kama. Who is that? Bhagavan Bhashyakaraha. See, this is the style of addressing. Bhagavan Bhashyakara. Even they say, Bhagavat Pujapada Acharya Shankara. Shankaracharya. See, a revered person is never addressed by the direct name. So, Bhagavan Bhashyakaraha, what he has done? Sutrena vichara kartavyata rupa shrautarthanyathanupapatyat patyartha. He says, we'll see that. What he means is the Shrauta meaning of Sutra. Which is Sutra? First Sutra. When first Sutra is justified, all Sutras get automatically justified because they are nothing but elaboration of first Sutra. What is the Shrautartha of first Sutra? What is the meaning of the first Sutra which is synonymous in accordance with the Shruti? Brahma Vicharaha Kartavya. So Brahma Jidnyasa Kartavya. Atma Vare Shrotavya. That's why he says, Bhashyakara. Sutrena, by Sutra, Vichara Kartavyata Rupa Shrautarthasya. What is Shrautartha of Sutra? Shrautartha means meaning in accordance with the Shruti, which is the basis of this Sutra. And what is the Shruti? Atma Vare Shrotavya. What the Shruti says? Vicharaha Kartavya. Which Vichara should be done? Brahma Vichara should be done. Sutra being based on that, meaning of Sutra also must be what? Brahma Vichara. He says this meaning Shrautarthasya Anyatha, see, Shrautarthasya means I am splitting that the compound is being split. Shrautarthasya Anyatha upapatya. Anyatha anupapatya. Anyatha anupapatya. Otherwise being not tenable, not possible. So what is not otherwise not possible? Unless bondage is adhyastha, and therefore Vishaya Prayojana are possible this way. You say Anyatha means if the adhyasa is not there, it is just not possible, and therefore Arthat Sutritam. Arthat Sutritam means all those things which are Arthat means based on the meaning of the sutra or in the implied sense or in fact as a matter of course. So therefore Arthat Sutritam, what are those? Vishaya Prayojanavatvam. That sutra Brahmamimamsa is endowed with Vishaya and Prayojana, which is not directly told. Why not directly told? Sutra. You have no liberty to tell anything there and everything there in the sutra. So therefore it says Sutritam Vishaya Prayojanavatvam means he has kept in the mind, he has known that Vishaya and Prayojana which is necessary to get the Shrauta meaning of the sutra, whereas they are not directly told, they are implied that need to be explained. What can explain that? Upadghata. A preface has to explain this, an introduction has to explain this. So therefore Vishaya Prayojanatvatvam Upodghatatva. This being the topic of an Upodghata means preface and introduction. You say, so Gatada. Now for that what is necessary? For that what is necessary? You should have the adhyasa. So adhyasa has to be established. Without adhyasa, Vishaya Prayojana cannot be proved as such. So therefore, this is Upodghatatva Tat Siddhi Hetvadhyasakshepa Samadhana Bhashabhyam. Tat Siddhi Hetu, the means of proving Vishaya and Prayojana, which is implied there, which is in the form of an Upodghata. So that Siddhi Hetu Adhyasa. So it is first Prathamam Varnayati. First he describes. How he describes? Adhyasa Akshepa Samadhana Bhashabhyam. Like this. By two bhashyas. What is it? Adhyasa Akshepa Bhashya. Adhyasa Samadhana Bhashya. What is Akshepa? Akshepa means an objection or a doubt. Akshepa. So means first an objection is raised to the possibility of the adhyasa. A doubt is raised about the possibility of the adhyasa. This is what is called adhyasasya akshepa bhashya. Then adhyasasya samadhana bhashya. What is samadhana? Reply. So reply to what? Reply to the objection of the doubt that adhyasa is not possible, that we have given. So therefore, so it says akshepa samadhana bhashabhyam. By these two. So by these two, akshepa bhashya, adhyasa akshepa bhashya, and adhyasa samadhana bhashya. Prathamam, first, varnayati. He describes. What he describes? The adhyasa, which is the means to prove Vishaya and Prayojana. Where Yushmad Asmad Pratyaya Gocharayoho iti. See, he has connected now. What he has connected? Bhashya. So you see the style, huh? That Yushmad Asmad in bold letter. So whenever such bold letters comes with a hyphen there, means what? He has already connected to that relevant portion from the bhasha which is going to start as. Same thing even Tikakaras also, suppose Tikakaras want suppose on the Tika further Tika is there. That person has to also do the same thing as to whatever that he wants to comment, he has to put in a bold letter to identify that. So therefore, what is proved? Adhyasa proves the Vishaya and Prayojana. Some people have got a wrong notion that Shankaracharya has written something irrelevant thing in the Adhyasa Bhashya which is not connected to Sutra at all. This is a wrong notion. So that he says, Etena. Etena means by this very fact that Adhyasa proves the Vishaya and Prayojana. Etena by this Sutrartha Sparshitva Adhyasa Grantha na bhashyam iti nirastam. Nirastam. Nirastam means refuted. What is refuted? This wrong notion. What is the wrong notion? Adhyasa Grantha na bhashyam. The Adhyasa portion is not the part of the Bhashya. You know why they have to do this? Because olden days they were in manuscript. And when they are studying, what is this? It has nothing to do with the sutra. How it has come? So therefore it is something interpolation. But it is something that is it somebody has written. No. It has got relevance. What is the relevance? So this is the thing. It is the introduction. Without that, Sutra Bhashya will be useless because there is no Vishaya and Prayojana, just to prove. And if bondage is real, it is not possible. Only alternative is bondage must be adhyasta. It needs to be proved, and therefore is a adhyasa grantha na bhashyam is not. Why? The reason given by them is Srutrartha Sparshitva. Srutrartha asparshitva, being not connected, is there. Asparshitva, being not connected to Sutrartha. What is Sutrartha? Brahma vicharaha kartavyaha. So, and it is possible provided Vishaya and Prayojana are there. So, asparshitva, because of this, Sutra Adhyasa portion is not Bhashya. This wrong notion is what? Nirastham. Nirastham means it is refuted. Now you may say, what about Sangati? See, we have seen Vishaya, Sandeha, Samshaya, Purvapaksha, Siddhanta. What is Sangati? With whom are you going to connect? Before this, what Adhikarana is there? There is no Adhikarana. This is the first topic. So therefore there is no Sangati here, because this is the Jidnyasa Adhikarana is the first topic. Now second the Adhikarana comes, then you can find how the second topic is connected to the first topic. And of course, Shastra Sangati already told. Because Shastra speaks of the Advaya, Jiva, Brahma, Aikya. This is what Sangati already told us. With this, as far as Ratna Prabha is concerned, you see, that introduction of Adhyasa Bhashya is over. Means the Adhyasa Bhashya is over. Before proceeding, now actually we have to see what is this Adhyasa? How Adhyasa takes place? Let us keep aside Atmanatma Adhyasa. But in world, is such thing a possible called Adhyasa or superimposition? If yes, what exactly is the mechanism behind any Adhyasa? All that you have to see. Before that, because as per the tradition, one thing crops up. What is the Shankaracharya, Bhashyakara? I think we should keep the word Bhashyakara now. You should know what Bhashyakara means. So, so Bhagavan, let us not add every time as such. We know it. Bhagavan Bhashyakara. Bhashyakara has commented on Brahmasutras. Brahmasutras are not ordinary, and therefore commentary also is nothing something ordinary. How he has not followed the tradition? What is the tradition? Before commencement of any great thing, you have to offer Mangalacharana. Mangalacharana means a prayer. So prayer to the Lord, you have to say. The purpose, auspicious beginning in the form of a prayer. The purpose of Mangalacharana are three things. Parisamapti means the work that is taken the hand should be successfully completed. Fine. Number two, Prachaya Gamana this whatever that is written etc. or that is done should be beneficial to the posterity, people of posterity. Means more and more people should derive benefit from this particular composition or whatever it may be, or whatever that is done. Third is Shishtacharana. Shishtacharana, the conduct of the wise people. What is the Shishtacharana? See, look, generally, masses follow whom? Shrestha Purusha, the one who is exalted person. A Jnani is exalted or not? So, if a Jnani doesn't take to Mangalacharana, they will say, Bhashyakara didn't take to Mangalacharana, we can also skip it. It's always, they duck under someone, they try to duck under someone. They try to duck under someone. Actually, do you know why? A person like Bhashyakara Shankaracharya need not offer prayers at all. Do you know why? For one, everything is nothing but what? Bhagavad Swarupa. Where is the question? And himself is only also Bhagavad Swarupa. Where is the question of any invocation? To whom is it possible? Sarvada sarvakaleshu nasti tesham amangalam yesham hridisto bhagavan mangalayatanam harihi. For such person, who are those? Yesham hridistaha bhagavan mangalayatanam hari. In whose heart, who is abiding? The Hari, who is nothing but the very abode of Mangala. For such people, sarvada, all the time, that at everywhere, sarvada, everywhere, sarvakaleshu, at all periods, tesham, to such people, nasti tesham amangalam, something inauspicious is not there for such people. Where is the necessity of Mangalacharana? Yet, it is done by for what? Shishta acharana, Shishta acharana. Now, why Bhashyakara has not done? He says, answer is given. Like this, he says it is done there. Mangalacharana means not that you have to give caption, now we are doing Mangalacharana. Not that way. See, Mangalacharana can be done by the author in his mind also. He thinks of the Lord, but it is not available on the print or the paper. Whatever that script, it is not available. That's why generally they don't do it, because the person who reads will be there. But here, he says, there is Mangalacharana. What is Mangalacharana? Remembrance, offering prayers to the Lord. Remembrance of the Lord. It is said, it is there. Do you know where? Of course, when we say read, we have read it once, but there is one phrase, itaretara bhavanupapattau. It says, that's it. Yattu Mangalacharana bhava. Whatever the notion, wrong notion, that because there is no Mangalacharana, avyakheyam idam bhashyam. This bhashya need not be commented upon. Stay order. Why? It has no Mangala Charana. Iti tanna. That is not correct. Why not correct? There is Mangala Charana. He says, where is that? Sutaram itaretara bhavanupapatti. Sutaram, under any circumstances, by all means. So he said, yes, that is what Sutaram itaretara bhavanupapatti. So that is by under any circumstances, by all means, one cannot be the other. What is that itaretara bhavanupapatti? Tadatmya, identity between Atma and Anatma is not possible. Bhashyakara has written this or not? It is there in the Bhashya. When we are going through that, we will find it. It is written. When it is written, what Bhashyakara says, therefore let us say. Iti anta ityanta bhashya rachanartham. To write this portion of the Bhashya, what is that? Sutaram itaretara bhavanupatti Tadarthasya sarvopaplava-rahitasya vijnana-ghana pratyagarthasya tattvasya smrutatva. See, you see the book, okay? So that no, otherwise it will be simply here in the ears. Here that also audio visual. That's why the book has to be kept the same. You should not go on changing that, because there is a law of association of the mind with the thing. So that you are seeing it, and you say when you read next time, that helps you to connect. And other thing, these words, if you are asked to read, you will know how you how you will read. So therefore you get familiarity with the word. And when the clarity of pronunciation the word is there, this being Sanskrit, we may not talk it, it is in our blood. It makes, for example, I'll say tadarthasya. Now what is that? Bhasharatha. Tadarthasya sarvopaplava-rahitasya vijnana-ghana pratyagarthasya tattvasya smrutatva. To compose this portion, write this portion, he has already thought of tattva. What is the tattva? Let us see now. Tadarthasya. Tat stands for tattvam asi. From that, tat means sat brahma. Tat is for tadarthasya, means sat swarupa brahmasya. And what is it? Sarvopaplava-rahitasya. Sarvopaplava-rahitasya means rahita, free from, devoid of. All upaplava. Upaplava means vigna. So sarva upaplava rahitasya means sarva vigna rahitasya, that which is free from all obstruction, the same, free from all sorrows, free from samsara, free from sadha. And what is it actually? Vijnana ghana. It is nothing but the Chaitanya and Brahma, and Brahma alone. Vijnana is Jnapti Swarupa. It is that and that alone. Vijnana Ghanasya Ghana Pratyagarthasya. Vijnana Ghana stands for Brahma, and Pratyagartha means Pratyagatma. So Pratyagarthasya Tattvasya Smrutatva. See, when he says Anatma cannot be Atma, what is Atma must be in the mind or not? And that Atma is Brahma Swarupa. So therefore he has thought it of it, no? Smarana is there or not? That's all. That is Mangala Charana, because he has already included that phrase to make one know that is the Brahma Swarupa. So therefore Tattva Sutta. So that being the case, Ataha Nirdoshatva, being free from faults, free from flaws, Idam bhashyam vyakheyam. This bhashya should be commented upon. See, this is a commentary on the bhashya. Who's justified this? Tikakara. Who is there? Ratnaprabha. Ratnaprabha attributed to Govindananda, but actually by his disciple Ramananda. It is by the Raman. We have seen in the introduction. Now we are entering into the Adhyasa Bhashya. For that we should know one thing. What is the samagri for Adhyasa? Samagri means things required, materials for Adhyasa, for which a common example from the world is analyzed to point out what is necessary to have an erroneous knowledge. What is necessary to have a Brahma or a Bhranti. So it's just like it can't come. So let us see now. Now let us take Loke Shuktau Idam Rajatam Iti Brahmaha. Example is of Shukti Rajata. In the word Loke Shuktau. See, look here there. Shukta Vidam is there. Sandhi is there. Shuktau Idam. Shukta Vidam. It becomes. So Shuktau in the shell. Idam Rajatam. This is the silver. Iti. This is knowledge or deluge Brahma. In the shell, this is shell is the knowledge. In the shell, the notion that this is silver is Brahma. It's Adhyasa. Adhyasa, it is a erroneous knowledge. It is a Bhranti. You see? Now he says, no, this Brahma is born of what? You say, come go to the less afterward this. Samskara janyaha. This Brahma is born of certain samskaras. What are those samskaras? Will be in I explained in that. So what is necessary? Say before going to the Tika, let us see. There is a piece of shell, and someone has mistaken it for a silver. What all things are required? First, he should have a knowledge that this is silver. He must have seen silver somewhere, in the shop, or some lady wearing the necklace, etc. Something with the silver queen. some shop's name must be there. Poor fellow, golden queen. He could not. Nobody can afford. That was silver queen. Wherever this person has seen the silver, okay, and what is that? And when he has seen the silver, this is silver. This knowledge is there now. What is that knowledge? This is silver. There are two aspects. What are two aspects? This, the basis, which is called as adhisthana samanya. Samanya adhisthana, which is the common basis for any blessed object. This is silver. This is microphone. This is clock. This is book. This is the common basis, samanya adhisthana for things. Then silver is a specific feature attributed to its basis this. If it is the book, the bookness, the book is a specific feature attributed to what? This aspect in the book. Microphone is the specific feature attributed to this aspect in the microphone. Is it not? So therefore, this is silver means adhisthana samanya is what? This aspect, whereas aropya vishesha, the specific feature that is being attributed is what? Rajata. Rajata means the silver. And then in the knowledge, what is there? There is identity between these two. Aikya. So that means this aspect in the silver and this the silver aspect of the silver, both are identical. This is how what happens. Knowledge of silver has taken place. In that, when this knowledge has taken place, that knowledge leaves in your mind certain impressions. What is the impression? Silver is glittery, it is shining. This is a samskara. What is samskara? Silver is shining. Fine? So that. Now what happened was, you saw, or a person saw, actually what was there was a piece of shell. This something is there, he knows or not?
Yes.
And what is that something? This. That idam ausha belongs to whom? Shell. But at the same time, he saw it glittery. It is shining. Oh, silver. If earlier samskaras of the shining silver was not there, that person cannot mistake this as a silver. Now what has happened? Idam ausha is there, but aropya vishesha, silver, doesn't correspond to its actual aropya vishesha. What is the aropya vishesha? Shell, not there. So therefore identity is not there. But similarity must be there or not? See, do you mistake a shell for a snake? Why? You can mistake a rope for a snake because curly nature, etc., thickness, etc. But you will not mistake a shell for a snake. So therefore, samanya must be there, similarity must be there or not. And that is similarity is born of what? Samskara. You had seen snake somewhere, and here there is rope. In the darkness it was not properly seen, and because of similarity, oh, this is what? Snake. Yes? Okay. This is what he says. Now this is explained. Loke shuktau idam rajatam iti brahmaha. This erroneous notion that in the world this is rajata, it's actual. What is it? Satya rajate. Satya rajate means in the rajata, silver, which is satya means true. In the true silver, so what is the point? Idam rajatam iti, this is rajatam, this is silver. So that idam is what? Adhisthana samanya. It is the common basis for anything that is to be known. Adhisthana. So anything, everything starts with this. Adhisthana samanya. Then it says aropya visheshayoho, of adhisthana samanya and aropya vishesha. What is aropya vishesha? The specific feature that is to be attributed to this aspect of the silver. What is that? Rajata. So that aropya vishesha is in the case of actual silver, rajata. Say yoho, of these two, vishesha yoho. Aikya prama ahita. Ahita means janita, produced by. Aikya prama. Aikya prama means knowledge of identity of these two. Identity of what? Of this aspect of the silver and silver aspect, identity of that. Samskara ahita, samskara janyaha. Now see. See, in the world, this is silver, which is a mistake. Why? You are seeing where? In the shell. This is born of the samskara, impressions in your mind of having seen actual silver somewhere. So therefore, samskara janyaha, drishtaha. This is what is seen. Have you understood this? Now everything is easy. Bas, itna काम हो गया ना. Now, in Atma, see, look, you keep Yushmad Asmada Pratyaya Gocharayoho Vishay Vishayano, long thing. You keep only think Atma and Anatma, bas, that's all. Only two things are there, Atma and Anatma. Why all those things we'll see afterwards, okay? Now, so on Atma, superimposition of Anatma has taken place. Other way also is there, but other way how will be seen afterwards. Now, on Atma, Anatma, based on whatever we have seen now, what is expected? To mistake a shell for a silver, first you should have the correct knowledge of silver. Then what you should have? Some similarity, identity. Identity in terms of some similarity is required or not. Without this samagri, material, can there be an error that this is shell, this is silver? No. Now, if anatma is superimposed on atma, first of all, what you require? Correct knowledge of atma. You should know what atma is. This is atma, you should know. Then you have to have some impression in terms of similarity between Atma and Anatma. Because Atma you already know. If Atma Atma नहीं know, ये सुबह कौन आएगा इधर ब्रह्मसूत्र पढ़ने को? तो ऐसा होता नहीं. So Atma, you should know what Atma is, and because you know what Atma is, what is that? There is some samskara born in this, and that samskara speaks of some similarity between Atma and Anatma. And what happened? What was there only? Anatma. You mistook it to be Atma. Like that, in the shell, as if this is silver. This is that. He says, this is not possible. Such similarity between Atma and Anatma is not possible, is next to impossible. So therefore, Adhyasa is not possible. This is what the Adhyasa Akshepa Bhashya has to say. Like a lawyer, he is he is establishing. Then they say, even then, what is that? Adhyasa has taken place. Why? Not why. How? Because why cannot be answered by anyone. how you can answer a say. So that is a, and then it is taken place. So therefore let us see now. Samskarjana drishta iti atrapi. Even here tika continuing. Atrapi means what? In the case of Atma being mistaken for Anatma. In the case of Atma being mistaken for Anatma. Atrapi. Atmani. In Atma. So for Adhyasa, superimposition of Anatma, for which a sample is given. Like Ahankara. Atmani. Anatma Ahankaradhyase. For Adhyasa, superimposition, erroneous notion of Anatma. For example, Ahankara. The Ahankara is a sample of Anatma. Ahankara, Deha, Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, all these things are what? This thing only Anatma. But here a sample is given. Ahankara Adhyase. What you should first tell us? Pura Pramavachya. You should first spell out knowledge of identity like this ansha and silver. Earlier, this ansha and silver. So like that you say, what should be done? So Pura Prama. Pura Prama means the knowledge of Atma you should have first. This is what Atma Sarupa. And then what you should have? Some knowledge of some identity you should have. So therefore Pura Prama Vacha. Sa is it that Pura Prama Cha, what does it expect? Is it Atmanatmanoho Vastavaikyam Apekshate. It expects or it requires Vastava Aikya, actual identity between Atma and Anatma. See, actual identity between Atma and Anatma. So what has happened? When you said this is silver, in the this aspect of shell, you have put the silver aspect which is born of your earlier samskara. So like that. In Atma, so that what, or in the this aspect of Anatma, you should bring and identify with some similar aspect of Atma. So that way Vastava Aikyam. Here Aikyam can be identity in terms of similarity. Identity means what? Ekarupata. Two things being one and the same. Here in terms of similarity, like in the case of shell and the silver, what is that similarity? Shining aspect. The glittering aspect is the this. What is that? Similarity is the identity. So that way, so Vastavaikam apekshate, it says nahi tadasti. This is not there. What is not there? Vastava Aikya, actual identity or similarity between Atma and Anatma is not there at all. Why? They are opposed to each other like light and darkness. See? Therefore, how this is, he deduces. Tathahi, accordingly, just as there is no such identity, accordingly. Atmanatmanau. Atma and Anatma, he says, Aikya Shunyau, proposition. They don't have identity. Aikya means identity, similarity. They don't have identity. Why? Paraspara Aikya Yogyatva. They are ayogya, they are not fit to be identical with one another. What is the reason? He says, Tamah Prakashava. They are opposed to each other like darkness and the light. What is the similarity between light and darkness? It's not at all possible. So like that. So therefore, Atma, between Atma and Anatma, there can never be any identity, there can never be similarity, and in the absence of such cognition of identity or similarity, there is no samskara which you can superimpose. Therefore, Atma Anatma Adhyasa is not possible. See? Iti matva. So considering so, hetu bhutam virodham. Hetu bhuta virodha. So that is what? That is this. The virodha is viruddha swabhava. Viruddha swabhava means aikya asambhava. No possibility of any identity between these two. That is what is called as virodha. Hetu bhutam virodham. So that is the virodha which is the cause for no possibility of adhyasa. The virodham, he says, he is now sadhayati. Who bhashyakara sadhayati means establishes. How? At 3 levels he is established. This is important. What are the 3 levels? Vastutaha sadhayati, pratititaha sadhayati, vyavaharataha cha sadhayati. So that is, there is no possibility of adhyasa because they are virodha. They are opposed to each other. How? He says, number 1, vastutaha. Vastutaha means swabhavataha, in their very nature. Vastutaha means swabhavataha means in their very nature. Atma and anatma are opposed to each other. Then they say pratititaha. Pratititaha in terms of their cognition. Cognition wise also, knowledge wise also, Atma and Anatma are opposed to each other. Third, Vyavaharataha. Vyavaharataha, in terms of this Vyavahara word is a very ticklish word. In our language we say Vyavahara like dealings, etc. It also means expression. Vyavaharataha, in terms of expression, in terms of behavior, in terms of conduct. Here expression. So in terms of expression, virodham, one being opposed to other. What is virodha? So this also make a note. Paraspara aikya yogyatvam. Paraspara aikyasya ayogyatvam. Virodha is opposition, means what? No possibility of mutually having identification with one another. Paraspara aikyasya ayogyatvam. So that is what virodham sadhayati. Sadhayati, he is now establishing. Take the bhashya. Of course, bhashya you will repeat. This adhyasa bhashya. Afterwards, only it will be read out like that. Repeat now. Yushmad asmada pratyaya gocharayoho vishay vishayinoho tamah prakashavat viruddha swabhayoho itaretara bhavanupapatau siddhayam tad dharmanamapi sutaram itaretara bhavanupapattihi iti ataha अस्मत् प्रत्यय गोचरे विषयिनी चिदात्मके युष्मत् प्रत्यय गोचरस्य विषयस्य तद्धर्माणां च अध्यासः तद्विपर्ययेण विषयिणः तद्धर्माणां च विषये अध्यासः मिथ्या इति भवितुम युक्तम. Up to here is akshepa bhashya, objection or doubt towards the adhyasa. See, as far as this akshepa bhashya and parihara bhashya is concerned, I will give you word by word meaning. Afterwards, it will be when I am teaching, the meaning will come. This because with a very big sentence and also very important sentence. When the problem is understood, what solution becomes easy. If problem itself is not understood, like your high school days arithmetic, go up and then look at the answer, and somehow manipulate with the answer as such. So it should not. First, if problem is understood, 50% of solution is in your pocket. Is in your pocket. So therefore, that be the this Akshepa Bhashya. Of course, entire Brahmasutra Bhashya is very important. But to proceed further, we should have the clarity as to what the problem is. See, the enthusiasm to take to the remedial measure depends on the intensity of the problem. So if problem is clear, by any means whatsoever, I will do it. And here, the problem is not a real problem. It is a assumed problem. It is a mistaken problem. Answer should be still more easy, is it not? So therefore, better know the why difficult? Difficult because of one thing. That will be seen in the Atha. When the Atha comes, then that difficulty will come. Sadhana Sampatti. So that Atha, that is final step. So that in the case. So therefore I say, now is a big sentence. I hope you know the method of tackling a big sentence. There are so many clauses, adjective clauses, adverb clauses, this clause, that is object, subject and all that. No? In such cases, you have to catch hold of this, what is it? Verb. Here also verb is not very easy because it is silent there. So therefore, you catch hold of Siddhayam. When it is proved, when it is established. Then what? Go on asking questions. When, what is proved, what is established? So then this comes, answer comes that Anupapattau Siddhayam. Ulta. Anupapattau Siddhayam. When the Anupapatti means Asambhava, the impossibility is proved. The question further comes, impossibility of what? Says, so, itaretara bhavasya anupapattihi. Identity between the two. Then you have to ask, what are the two? Why impossibility of identity? Like that, step by step, we can go and then we'll see.
Bhadranno api vataya manaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vishwam pashyati karya karanataya. Swami sambandhataha. Shishyacharya tathaiva pitruputradyatmana bhedataha. Swapne jagrati vayesha purusho maya paribhramitaha. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Ashubhani nirachaste tanoti shubhasantatim. Smruti matrena yat pumsam brahma tanmangalam param. Ati kalyana rupatva nitya kalyana samshaya. Matrunam varadatvacha brahma tanmangalam viduhu. Omkarascha tashabdascha Dvavetau brahmana pura. Kantham vidva vineyatau. Tasman mangalika ubhau. Om Atha, Om Atha, Om Atha. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta
to